Did you hit it?
Oh, I hit it. Here we go. What's up?
Let's go.
Chris Fluck Podcast, episode 40. We got
KoYan in the background.
KoYan. Hopefully this video gets up.
Let's talk about live music, bro.
All right, man. Tell me about KoYan. I got to get my notepad quick.
KoYan.
PP
Great band from the 90s. They were at PPNL last night. I got a free ticket. It was awesome. What do you think about, you like rock music? I'm talking about the 90s. They were doing the 25th anniversary tour.
Who?
With Breaking Benjamin. KoYan, 25 years. That means they were popping when I was 10.
Are they rock and roll?
I would consider them rock and roll.
What genre are they in? That's
say,
rock and roll.
It was kind of like that hybrid, like a rap rock mesh up 90s like craziness. Definitely rock though. But they got a little metal to them. They got that power chords going. They're going to get good drums. The dude kind of like growls and yells and plays the bagpipes, and they're one of the best bands of all time.
Are they?
I would say
I
so.
didn't know that. How many times have you seen those mofos?
I don't know, like 7 or 8.
So,
but this show
first or second time compared to the first?
This rivaled the best time I've ever seen him. I saw him on Jonathan Davis' birthday in Giant Stadium with Disturbed and Seven Dust, and he was really fired up that day. But he lit it up, man. It was pretty crazy.
How old is he? 50?
50, possibly 49 on that verge.
Yeah, he's about to turn the big 5-0.
Yeah, have you been to a concert at PPNL? Shout out, man. We get sponsored by PPNL.
Yeah, probably.
Have you been there?
Not for a concert, no.
So it always seems to be on point, and they packed this place like it was a good vibe. I recommend it.
Is it all standing? The seats?
No, we were in seats. Their general admission was packed though too. Like everything was just packed. I personally, in my younger years, would only go to general admission concerts, but it was kind of nice to like
now you
sit back. I'm getting up there in age.
Old man territory.
Geriatric. Would you consider me geriatric population?
You'd be walking with a walker like Harvey Weinstein, and that's your next face. Probably not a good comparison.
I could get some better seating if I had a walker.
Speaking of that,
don't they have like handicap accessible? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, they can't discriminate on that.
Nah, man.
KoYan, bam.
Do what I will.
Best, great.
KoYan, Breaking Benjamin.
Top 5?
Benjamin is
top 5 all time.
Concert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's better than KoYan?
Live?
Live.
Oh. I might argue Perfect Circle. Maybe Tool. And maybe some country stuff. Like Chris Stapleton was crazy good. Eric Church was crazy good. Garth Brooks was crazy good. But it's such a different vibe to compare genres though, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Like I like rock and country because you can't fake it. Possibly a rap show might not sound like what you think it sounds like, but like a good rock artist or a good country artist, like they could sound like shit or sound great, right? So
who's your next concert?
It's contrast.
Who's next?
No clue. Wherever I go with you, Wu-Tang, Rage Against the Machine, we're hyping that up.
Rage Against the Machine, Coachella.
Oh, I'm out. I'm out, dude.
Yeah, no, me too.
That's a festival, right? I can't do a music festival,
that's
bro.
Like
it hurts so bad.
That's like out in like New Mexico or some shit.
Yeah,
that's
but like, West. Just a multiple day thing is killer.
Rage Against the Machine.
Bonnaroo?
I thought it was Coachella.
No, it is, but you ever hear Bonnaroo?
Yeah, where's that?
I don't know.
Delaware?
We should go out and hang out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Burning Man? Right? Woodstock?
Burning Man.
Rock Allegiance?
What is it? So Coachella and Burning Man, not the same thing, I guess.
No, I think they're all different festivals, right?
God damn.
Coachella's like the hot one, I think. That's where like, I think they're like,
the cool
ones are like
go.
old school.
Like Beyonce was at something a couple years ago. That might have been
You
Coachella.
like her?
She was on yesterday.
I can't think of
Beyonce.
one
We had
song
her
at
on
the
in the
moment.
gym.
She's got that one with Jay-Z, right? New York State of Mind.
Who?
Jay-Z?
Never heard of him. Now that's Alicia Keys, man.
Oh, dude, Alicia Keys got a monster hit. Underdog. It might be from an old CD. I just like
Beyonce's got that Crazy in Love. No, Crazy
Sing
Right
it.
Now.
That one got it. Yeah, that one's great.
I think Jay-Z's on that. Crazy in Love.
Okay.
We can put that on for the next podcast.
Yeah, I'll throw it on.
Wait, Alicia Keys?
Get that beat hitting hard. That's why I like rap. I like the beats.
Big fan of Alicia Keys. One of my favorites.
She's got a great voice.
Yeah, for sure. You know,
best female voice ever?
No. You know who she married?
I like that we just try to make bold predictions sometimes. I have
Swiss
no clue.
Beats. They got a kid together.
Rap one song.
Swiss Beats was the guy with Rough Riders, DMX. He was the guy,
Swizzy,
in the background. And he had, it's me, bitches. Do you remember that song? How Swiss Beats? That's good, man. So he was the Rough Riders, man. He's like the producer. He was the man for a while.
Rough Riders.
Swizzy.
You remember when Rough Riders, the anthem was hot? Mm-hmm. People would bump that thing nonstop.
Still is. So you were mosh.
Who's the girl?
Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Eve. Shout out to Eve.
Shout out to Eve. She got the tattoos.
That's our food, man. That's your food.
Yeah, what were you going to say?
Go get your grub. All right, Frank's going to get his food. We got Grubhub coming in hot. El Jefe's Taqueria in Southside Bethlehem. We get these fajita bowls, burrito bowls, something like that. Yeah, man. This is it. Come on in for a lift, bro. This guy was intrigued by what he saw in here. He liked what he saw, man. Shout out to Grubhub for delivering the goods. No, I was gonna say this. When you were at KoYan last night.
Oh yeah.
I was in here lifting weights.
Jack and steel.
And I failed.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't get my.
Yeah, this is a Dan John moment.
I left.
Never fail.
I walked out. I failed and left. I thought I was
What's
getting 3.
that?
I didn't. I stopped at 2 and bounced the 4th round.
You just threw it on the ground
I did
and
3
left it
sets
there?
of 3? No. I stood up and did 2.
Oh, you didn't even go for it.
No, I didn't go for it. I just racked it.
Some might say you might have got that rep.
Yeah, maybe. So I got to try it all over again. 5
What about
sets
the
of 3.
psychological effect of that on you? How was that?
6 p.m. workout?
I was joking that I didn't want you to do good yesterday, and I said you should just quit lifting. But that was just a joke. I don't mean you should actually do that.
Today, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
That I failed last night.
What do you do on the jug if you
Afterwards,
fail?
I'm just going to redo it.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Because you can do it.
I'll do it on Monday.
If you eat a good,
was 6 p.m.
healthy
and I
El
was done.
Jefe's bowl.
After a good weekend of eating whatever I want.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? 6 p.m. is not for me.
Not for
Working
lift
out.
heavy weights, dude.
No. Maybe
You
some
could do some,
condo.
get on that bike a little bit, get them intervals rocking.
I could get
Maybe a
on,
couple pull-ups even. Pull-ups, let's get
Yeah, you could
serious.
sneak in
You can
quick.
sneak in some pull-ups.
For sure.
But you're talking about getting under a heavy load, maybe some spinal loading. You're talking about getting, a big breath, big brace, like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
I've been in that
So
morning
what do I
grind,
do?
dude. That morning stuff's good.
What do
I would
do?
redo it too.
Redo. Then I got a.
What are you gonna be?
Then I got one final step. Then.
What happens if you
then
stay
I'm
on the
done
program
with the
and you
program. This is the second.
This is the
workout.
first run of the invert, though, correct? Mm-hmm. What do you think so far? Feedback. The people want to
Good, but
know.
I've been,
Casey wants to know.
So the holiday was in there. So
yeah,
my
yeah.
training day was typically every Monday. I would front squat. And we got all out of whack. This week I did cleans and then squat. Then I was like, Wednesday I'm gonna squat. Didn't get it done Wednesday because I left. That was Wednesday I took Emmy in? No, that was Thursday. I went home. Anyway, Wednesday didn't work out. Did I go to was that no,
Tumble
yesterday.
time. That was
yesterday.
Thursday.
No, that was yesterday.
That's when Vicky in here, Eddie were in here slaying.
Yeah.
Killing workouts.
So yeah, I got out of sync. I think I got out of rhythm. I got to get back on track before I do the final workout,
Well,
which is
about to
going to be a big time max out.
You're a morning lifter now too, coming up soon.
Yeah, shout out to the morning crew.
Yeah, thank them.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna get stronger and have more time with the kid. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, double win.
You're gonna miss some of the people, but it is what it is, kind of.
Double
whammy.
Yeah.
Win-win. Is there anyone who can throw a third win? Like a win-win-win? Like for me?
For you?
Yeah, like how do I get a win out of this? To see you lift, I guess.
Yeah, better. You can
Maybe
witness.
I'll
you
like
could witness the
observe your
greatness.
mastery and like kind of like learn that way.
I just went
I
out
wish
to
I
eat,
could put my head on a book and learn.
with my friend
fusion
Christian. Shout out to him.
Christian, he's
He
yoked.
said.
He's kind of
He said, "Hey, I ran into this guy, and he was like, yeah, I saw Fluck. He front squats pretty often." And I was like, he's like, "Yeah, I saw Fluck was his workout, so he likes to front squat." I was like, "Yeah, man,
No doubt.
that's a fact. Word spreading." Word.
See, if it wasn't for the interwebs, people wouldn't even know.
They wouldn't even know how
You know
important
what I'm
that front
saying?
squat is.
Yeah.
So another thing
you
too.
changed that dude's life. Does he front squat? Does he have the ability to front squat? And is he strong?
Does he front squat? I'm gonna guess no. Does he have the mobility to? Maybe. And the third part, is he strong? How do you define it?
Any way you want to.
Stronger than you?
Yeah.
No.
Then okay. He's not pretty weak, so he's not strong. Then
He's
bro.
like that guy that was on Bigger, Faster, Stronger, where it's like, hey, it doesn't matter.
living in the garage.
If I could, it doesn't matter
Or,
if
in
I
the
live
van.
in my van, if I could squat more than you. He's right.
Out deadlift him. Out
all about the
squat him.
squat.
Out bench him.
So there's a proposition.
Dude can't even
You're a
shower. He's
man.
living in his van.
Did you coach a sport? No, but you played him, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, if you had a 5-year-old son
Yes.
that was wrestling, and you know what? He didn't like it last year and he stopped, but this year he was excited about it.
Yes.
He's out on the mat. First match, he's like, I don't want to wrestle the other team. I just want to. I don't want to wrestle strangers. I just want to wrestle my teammates because I know them.
Yes.
So to him, it was weird to wrestle a complete stranger. Get in there, grab him.
Got it.
Kids, noticeably shaken up. Didn't want to wrestle that day, crying on the seat. Like, I'm not going out there.
Gotcha.
The parents are like, you know what, dude? It's cool. You don't have to, but we're gonna stay here. You're gonna watch your teammates, whatever. One of the coaches went to like grab him out of the chair to pick him up and like get him on the mat. And the dad's like, no, he's not wrestling today. So,
so then kick him
get your
off
hands off him, basically.
Well, I don't think you should. Yeah, I think that's probably the right thing, though, right?
Which part?
Not necessarily the parent's decision to like let the team down and like not participate.
No,
like,
this
that's
is
what he
novice.
signed up for.
This is like one big wrestling mat, and there's like 20 kids on the mat at the same time. It's all exhibition. It's for kids that really don't know how to wrestle, so they match you up. Like there's
It's a tough one. I see both sides of that one for sure.
In what regard? How about the coach?
Like I feel
first?
like you should.
What would you do if you saw a coach
grip a kid up?
Grab your son.
I don't think you can do
try
that
to put
crap
him out
anymore,
on the
dude.
mat.
I feel like that would be more common 20 years ago, but like now
It wasn't. I don't think it was
it's
aggressive.
frowned upon.
It wasn't aggressive, but he was like sink or swim thing of like he was just gonna put him out
so
there.
So you like
I don't care.
Metaphorically grab him by the face mask and throw him to the ground.
I don't care that you're shaking and crying and saying I don't want to wrestle. I'm just gonna make you do it anyway. As opposed to
having a conversation and somehow being like letting him understand on both sides of it and possibly have a consequence from it.
To compare would be like exposing him slowly but surely to the idea that you're gonna have to wrestle.
To do
so
this.
Like that day was like, hey,
and he's how old?
He's 5. You're gonna hang out today and just cheer your team on. The next time it's like, hey, maybe you could go out there and wrestle your teammate.
You just gotta play devil's advocate, right? Like let him know like this is kind of what you signed up for, like. But I think throwing him into that situation, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think it's terrible.
Because he's gonna hate the sport, and then he'll never get better, and then you know, like you're killing. It's like I guess it's a tight wire rope, I guess. But like, what you're just gonna let that kid never be a wrestler again? Throwing him in that situation, he hates it again. He's done wrestling.
He would potentially
quit,
be done with it.
Yeah.
Whether or not his parents want him to quit that year, hey, whatever, you got to finish the year, fine. But like, it could be a terrible.
Yeah, I think especially at youth levels, like they need to like.
There's a reason there's 16 to 20 kids on the mat.
Like you want that kid to wrestle.
They're just freaking playing.
You want him to want to wrestle if you're the coach, right? Like
you're
trying to. You obviously believe in wrestling, or you wouldn't be coaching the sport. So
that being said, not necessarily.
Weeding out until you get older,
because in
and
wrestling
then
and
weed them out
youth
all you
sports,
want.
there's wranglers. At the novice level, at the young level, it's like,
that's
hey,
what you're explaining.
Your job is just to help out. Please make sure the kids could like not punch each other and run away like a crazy person. Like you don't need to know wrestling to be a wrangler. And like, hey, get in there. No, you can't do that.
Self-defense mechanisms.
No, I'm saying just preventing 5-year-olds from being 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like they want to keep some semblance of order. So some dad will be like, yeah, sure, I play basketball, but it'll be like you not knowing anything, but you know right and wrong, so you wouldn't let the kids
do that
smack each other and stuff. You'd be like, hey, we can't do that. So because there's 40 kids that are 5 years old and you need like probably 10
So
coaches.
I wouldn't need to teach a kid how to cement mixer and double leg takedown, but like I could tell like if you just like wind back and socked me in the face with a haymaker, I'd be like, yo.
We're talking the Japanese wizard.
Just chill.
You can show the Japanese wizard.
Wizard or wizard?
It's actually a wizard, but people say wizard. Now you could throw the Jap wizard on somebody if you had to.
Yeah, I mean, I have no doubt in my capabilities that if I knew what that was, I could perform it to the best of I would wizard that dude up.
You could teach it for sure.
I like wizard better. Japanese wizard.
But what was the second? Oh, this is literally, when I hear these stories, this is literally why I want to kind of have this
Ugly girl?
This little seminar thing.
The seminar coming up.
On the 23rd of February.
Get it.
Yeah, check it out.
Tell them about it.
Eventbrite.com.
Guys want to learn? This is the time to do it.
Anyway, this is what it is. Coaches and parents, long-term athletic development is the key for it. So we're going to talk about the different stages, say kids between whatever, 0 to 3, 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 8 to 12, whatever the ranges may be. We're going to talk about kind of what's going on in the kid's brain, how you should handle it, how structured should it be, how unstructured should it be, hands on, hands off, yada, yada, yada. And then from there, that's a basic intro of the stages. We're going to show like the level one ideas, whether medicine ball exercises, jumps, movement skills, sprint technique, maybe lateral stuff, maybe some basic strength stuff.
Hit them.
7 different exercises, say, for each tier.
Hit them.
We're going to give that to the person that comes. They're going to be able to go home and hopefully implement some of these ideas and thoughts. And then I think the main point, too, for me on my end is just the communication thing where, like, you don't, like the thing with the kid, like, you don't want to grab them. You might want to talk to him. You might want to understand not every kid will respond the same way to stuff. So you as a coach can't be the same person the whole time.
Yeah.
You're going to have to mold, be a chameleon. Jocko talks about flanking people. Brett Bartholomew talks about it. The different personalities you're going to have to coach. Bam. So you can't be the
drop mic.
Last part.
That sounds awesome. I think it'd be
I got
extremely
another
beneficial.
part, though, too, with it.
Oh, crap. All on the same day?
Well,
this is going to be a
gonna
big
90
hitter.
minutes.
This is going to be a lot of value, I would say.
90 minutes.
I'm serious.
No, I hope so.
There's a serious disconnect between parents, coaches,
and
kids.
then the why behind everything, right? So every drill that we have, every drill that we're going to go over is going to be like, this is the why. So, because kids are going to ask, like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why do I have to do this? Yeah. We're just going to hopefully give you the tools to be able to answer the why.
Because some kid might not try unless they know why.
Yes, or if it's not important, like if there's no, like,
why
he doesn't even, if the coach doesn't know why we're doing it, why do I have to?
100%.
So that's like part of the communication thing.
Because the coach doesn't know what it does, why they're doing it anyway. Because if it doesn't work,
because then it's pointless.
Yeah, you're just filling time.
It's like there's no purpose for it. Yeah. So you got another purpose in the why.
Yeah.
That's the last part of it.
Bang.
90 minutes. PowerPoint. Did you ever hear of that? So you know it's on the.
You're bringing it in here?
I got to get a flat screen.
You're not.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna hook the aux. Is that no? It's not an aux situation.
That's an aux. Monster cable maybe, but aux.
Something like that.
Why don't you just stream that thing?
I'm gonna record it. Fiegel, I didn't ask you yet if you're listening.
Yeah, just get a smart TV.
I have one. It's hanging on our. It's hanging
on. Get another one.
No. I'm going to bring in a TV that we don't use and just freaking connect the computer to it and keep it as simple as possible.
It was so hard for me not to say coaching theory when you were talking about at the beginning of that conversation.
Wait, which part?
When you started talking, I just want to say coaching theory so bad.
Coaching theory?
It's just like coaching theory, like,
yeah.
Term it coaching theory, and then I didn't because I was like, I need to let this guy get it. And you got it.
Did I?
I think so.
Thanks for letting me get it. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff
here. So this is a new thing that I think could actually catch on, though.
Yeah, that guy does it, right? You mentioned Brett Bartholomew. It's like he's doing it on a large scale. He's got this awesome program that I looked at yesterday. I don't think I'm going to get it just yet.
Probably higher end stuff, too, though. Like there should be like...
It's like a $400
like
thing.
A trickle-down thing, though.
I'm going to start grassroots level, maybe.
Yeah, grassroots.
So, you talk about
Don.
people... Yo.
Kombucha, Don.
I did message him today. Don, we're coming out. Know. We're coming out next week. But
people know.
Yeah, we're going to Kombucha Don's again. Check out his podcast. I don't know which episode it was. He's the man. He's got some new product out. But where was I going? They talk about the, politics. And it's like you could complain about the president, but you could also do your job and try to affect the local.
Ooh. Yeah,
at a local level. So with this
best analogy
with this workshop, I'm going to try to affect the local level, and then whatever. If it continues to expand and blow up, cool. If not, I have people that I know in the area that a couple different school districts, and if I could help those teams, whatever. Yeah. I think.
Did we just talk about this last time?
Do it. Maybe.
Helping larger scale amounts of people at one time.
I
think I was talking about it, but did I spark this? Am I the brainchild?
Sure. Yeah, you are.
I'm like the catalyst that makes this thing run, dude.
I know.
That's cool.
Nice. I don't even know where I'd be if it wasn't for your ideas.
You'd be washed up.
I feel like it right now.
Well, that's because you missed a lift.
You want to talk
about... I feel good about in life sometimes.
You want to talk about the Astros, nature versus nurture, or government regulations on supplements?
Let's do the supplements first, because I don't even know what the other two were.
Astros, the cheating scandal in baseball. Stealing signs. Oh, this is good. You're not familiar. So we got a team, the Houston Astros. Traditionally speaking, I think they've been just terrible. Like our childhood and stuff.
Did they win a chip?
Yes.
Talking about Chip?
Do you know how? Chip, my boy Chip?
Cheated?
Possibly.
Oh, wait, is this this related?
Yes.
So they just won, you're saying? I really have no clue about baseball anymore.
So they won 2 years ago, and I think the Red Sox won, and their coach, their manager, was an assistant coach on the Astros team that won. Here's what's going on, allegedly. And I didn't even read it. This is all hearsay, so people... I'm not
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Basically, we got a baseball team.
I'm going to talk about it. Can we just tell people, we talk about our opinions, and, and sometimes the podcast is people just talking shit.
Yeah.
So, take it at what it is. If you trust us, you should probably trust it, but...
Let me make a note of that.
We're not making, we're not saying everything factual, right? There's a lot of interpretation and opinion going on, being thrown back and forth.
What do they call that?
Podcasting?
Alternative facts, I think is the term. There might be some alternative facts here. That being said, Houston
Astros coach, two in a row. They're saying there's some hearsay that he's the reason why because he's cheating in some manner. That's what I got so far.
Well, I don't even think I said that. Anyway, no, but
we'll go with it. Is that the wrong situation?
Red Sox won.
Okay.
Astros won.
Bang.
Red Sox manager now.
Small details, dude.
Red Sox manager now was an assistant coach with the Astros when they won. Baseball scandal breaks here because Houston Astros are batting. Apparently, they're stealing signals on what the upcoming pitch is.
All right.
They are telling that person in the dugout what the pitch is, and that person is either gonna hit something like a garbage drum, off-speed pitch. I don't know which one it was, but let's say it was an off-speed pitch. Bam, he would hit it. So the batter would know to sit a little bit back. Or if he didn't hear anything, it would potentially be a fastball.
Genius. This is unprecedented? No one's ever developed a system like this?
Yeah, this high-tech system. Hit a drum? Dude. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, the Patriots have cheated on every one of the Super Bowls. Why are you surprised it happens in baseball?
Do you think it's cheating? They won a World Series. Do you think it's cheating?
Yeah. Insider information, right? I
don't know.
Do you think it's cheating to tape a practice of a team to see the like play calls and like formations and that kind of stuff?
Is it against the rules?
Yeah.
Then yes. This
isn't against the rules in baseball, you're saying?
It's an unwritten rule, I think. Baseball's got a bunch of stupid unwritten rules.
So they're good till now. They'll just fix it next year.
So it's like if you're on second base and you can see the catcher, you're not supposed to signal to the batter what pitch is coming. Stuff like that.
But it's not actually written.
Maybe using technology like the phone. Maybe they called in from the dugout. Sorry, from the bullpen. Like I think they called in. Maybe the use of that is illegal. But really, you could just be talking to your guy on the. Hey, what's up, bro? Fastball.
So man, did you listen?
Somebody was on the line the whole time, I guess. So I don't know. You would call it cheating?
You could cheat twice if it was when the two-way phone was invented.
Yeah.
Like call waiting. Bang.
Remember that phone that would beep? The
call waiting?
Beep beep. The Nextel device. Remember that? It was pretty hot for about 2 years.
Nextel was nice.
Not even. But it had like the walkie-talkie.
Two-way radio.
setting.
Yeah, I never got one. I always made fun of people that got it.
Yeah.
I think I still had a Snake Nokia though. So what do I know?
Wait, you were playing Snake?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. High score. I will crush you in that game.
All right. Snake tournament going down.
So I think it's wrong. Mm-hmm. I guess if there's not. Like,
do you think the Patriots are dirtbags for doing what they do? That'd be the first part. Because if you think they're dirty and you get really pissed off about it, you probably think the Astro thing's dirty as well.
Yeah, I do.
I don't really care that they do it.
So you just think like cheating's part of sports, so it is what it is. Or you wouldn't consider that cheating?
They still had to hit the ball.
Yeah, but if you knew what are your odds you would hit it then? If you had a better setup for that specific pitch, it's gotta be astronomical, bro.
Mariano Rivera. I don't know if it was just a meme or if it's something he actually said during his playing career, but it was basically like, hey guys, the slider's coming. Good luck trying to hit it. And he was like the greatest closer ever.
I mean,
everybody knew what he was through.
I get that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Charles Barkley, man, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
You ever hear of him?
That's like some military stuff too, right? Don't they always say that? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Maybe. I wasn't in with the boys, so I'm not sure.
You remember how good it felt to hit a humdinger?
When did you play baseball?
like
Little League.
2 years.
Yeah.
Quit when you're like
T-ball
fishing garden, and
then
the coach let me come back for some reason. That was cool though.
Yeah, baseball is pretty.
I didn't like it.
It's not my thing.
I was chasing butterflies on the outfield, but hitting was fun.
Yeah,
I didn't like fielding. I mean, pitchers and first baseman probably better. A little first base, but
I'm surprised you weren't pitching.
Throwing heat.
Knuckleballs, fastballs.
I was a fat kid, bro. I probably didn't even have the stamina to freaking pitch. Pitch is probably the most physiologically demanding out there, right?
Did you ever hear of Bartolo?
Well, center fielders, they got to cover distance. That's more athleticism, right?
Bartolo Colon.
You're talking about a little bit of conditioning aspect in pitching. David Wells.
Bartolo Colon. Those guys weren't known for their physiques. Just saying, you could have done it.
You don't think they were in shape for being fat people, though? I don't even know if they're fat, but if you're saying if their obesity, body fat percentage was
they were in shape for baseball.
Escalated.
They were in shape for baseball.
What do you think about baseball?
I make fun of it a lot just to kind of give kids a hard time. In terms of where sports I would play, it's not in the top 5.
Would you put it lacrosse in front of it?
Yes.
Hockey.
Wait, ice hockey?
Yep.
Probably.
Basketball.
Seems cool. Better basketball.
Wrestling, football for sure.
Yeah. Track is cooler.
Track's cooler. Soccer?
Soccer or baseball? I play goalie.
You wouldn't be a striker with your speed?
I like
your hamstring.
I like the athleticism of the goalies, man.
Speed.
Have you seen those?
No, they're freaks. But sometimes I think it's crazy that they just guess and do the thing at the shootouts.
Is it guessing?
Solo is athletic.
Is it guessing, or do they? So they have this.
Or they see a tendency.
They have chunking. This information is in that brain.
What if they cheated to know the tendency?
They probably cheated for sure. Somebody was giving a signal.
Chunking. What is chunking?
Chunking is like bits of information. So it's like, chess, for example. It's like, say there's 300,000 moves. You could learn a sequence of moves, a chunk, what they would say like a chunk of patterns, in an X amount of time. So the more experience you have and the more playing you have, you'll be able to like learn these chunks in a more efficient amount of time, say, than
Okay.
the person that. So it's like just bits of information.
Yeah, I got you.
So like Peyton Manning studying all that film, he's making decisions like this, but it's not because he has better snap judgment. He might have better like snap decision making stuff than us, but he also, his whole career has been, he saw that same look from the defense like 75 times, and he saw that the way that a certain cornerback might be aligned,
And the tendency.
300,000 times. You know, so it's just these little bits of information that are in your brain that's like the unconscious.
I like
part
the
of it,
term
maybe.
chunking. Who called that?
I don't know, but it's
I think I know
if
where
it's a
wallet
term.
is.
Nice, where's it?
Probably
Ask the
my
people.
call.
See what they think.
I
Frank
was
asked, hey,
wondering
if I
if
drop
I
my
let him
wallet.
outside, if anybody here would steal it.
The answer's quite possibly.
Maybe. We don't know. I guess we'll never know. I tried to take a car nap. I was tired. I went to sleep. I only got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So I tried to take a nap this morning, but I leaned my seat way back.
Yeah.
So I probably fell out of my pocket. It was like in that little wedge jobber.
Yeah.
Like between the seat and the door.
But if it's not there,
I'm going to be pissed.
Frank, I thought was taking a nap this morning, and he came back in. And I was like, I wonder if he slept. I looked at my phone. I had like 3 ridiculous Instagram videos sent to me from him. So I was like, I guess he didn't really sleep much.
Didn't take.
can
Nap
nap.
didn't take.
Snap later.
Chris was telling me about taking these naps before his night shift, and I was like, yo, genius.
Past 2 days.
Hard to get to sleep though.
Car
I
naps.
listen to. Okay, so so say you don't actually pass out, but say you like lay down, put your feet up, and like listen to some like meditation music, some like real calming stuff. Maybe control your breathing pattern. Maybe we're talking about like an in on a 4, maybe a 4-second hold, out on a 4, like really calming type of breathing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like it's just as beneficial, even if you can't knock the switch off.
Yeah, totally. Then you get up and
it's
chug
great.
some coffee, and it's even better.
Woo! Good to go.
Anyway, that's what I did the past 2 days in the afternoon. It felt good.
Coffee's delicious.
Felt good.
Do you think you would tweak as much on coffee if you still drank?
Excuse me?
Like, do you think
If I
part of your
drank?
coffee-fueled addiction is not having other addictions?
Probably, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's like filling that void. There's like a hole in there you're trying to fill with coffee.
Yes. Yeah, cocaine's not an option, so
Well, we can't get it.
it's illegal.
I don't know how to get it. Cocaine, yeah.
Yeah, so, maybe so, man.
I mean,
Just trying to fill
Pablo
the void.
Escobar's siblings.
You gotta
Not
fill the
siblings.
void.
It would be kids probably or something.
Apparently,
Maybe grandkids.
El Chapo's daughter's got some sort of
American
alcohol,
ties, dog.
Some liquor. She's got a little. She
Selling
got some
it.
booze out. I think so.
Making that paper
What do
legally.
they call that?
Diversifying cartels' portfolios, maybe? You'd call it?
Funneling money through side business,
Laundry?
possibly.
How would Chapo's kid getting out of that situation?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which part is awesome?
Just to think that, like,
Explain it.
cartel. So from the situation that the video, it looks like people. So let's say military personnel bust into a place, doing their job. They find out that Chapo's son's in there, and he's like wanted. So they're like, all right, dude, I don't know what to do. We gotta take this guy in. Like, he's a wanted fugitive, I think, basically.
Yeah.
So they're taking him in. They don't even handcuff him. They don't follow procedure. They're traveling out. But in the meantime, like the cartel people will like call people. They're like, yo, you guys gotta roll in deep. They're trying to take Chops out. So they're trying to take him under. Little chops. So they don't want to go through the whole procedure. I guess of breaking him out of jail for the 50,000 at a time or whatever. So they like just strong arm him. They roll up on the military, and the military are like, yo, we don't want any part of this. Like, they're outgunned. They got better technology. They got their own cell phone towers. They got the best military equipment there compared to the government. And the government is just like, yo, wipe your hands clean.
See,
you can
yes.
have this cat back. Like, we're not gonna get in this like gunfight with you guys.
Well, there's a few crazy things, obviously.
And
Did you see
he was
the
wearing
video?
a shirt.
Did you see
the
the
shirt
video?
they sold? Do you see the sales on that skyrocketed?
Did they?
Yeah. They thought it was like related to Jesus, like all this crazy
Well,
stuff.
apparently McGregor, when he fought, who was it? Who did he fight?
He just beat his ass, Cowboy Corona.
No, he beat a man from Mexican descent, and he wore like a El Chapo shirt to the weigh-in or something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, who the hell was it? I don't know if it was like Eddie Alvarez or one of these dudes. But yeah, and then the other one was. Oh, did you see that video? By the way, I didn't watch it. Apparently, there's a video on that dude that was on the Rogan podcast, Ed's Manifesto or whatever. The dude that told that story, the defense guy. Now he's like a self-defense guy. That was talking about Mexico.
Yeah.
Ed Calderon, maybe.
Yeah. He's been on multiple times.
He's
the man.
He has the video, I think, on his website or something.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
He said it made it seem like that
Get it.
that they just stumbled upon Chapo Jr. and then were like, "Holy shit, this is El Chapo's son," because he's like based off of like training would be like zip ties and get everybody on
And
the
that
ground
didn't
right
happen
away.
at
And
all.
it didn't happen,
Yeah.
and they were almost like communicating, and
This
it
is
looked
the story,
like
yeah.
they were taking like a defensive posture when they realized who they had, and were
Yeah.
like, and then they were outmanned, right, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The like, cartel rolled in deep and was like,
Well, how about
It's our
Chapo Jr. Buying, I think around Christmas time, like
buying people's
Escobar.
cars?
Yeah, like dozens of cars for the community.
Well, this is creating the culture in Mexico though, because like, if you got like a cartel dude that's bringing a lot of money in, making some of your like kids rich and giving them an out when there's not really an economy that you could like get a good job, or there's not many good jobs, and then they're going into like it's this like family like state with like, you know, people living there. They're just handing out cars. Like you're almost like Santa Claus, dude. He's like, here's a like Oprah. Here's a car.
Oh.
Here's a car. Here's a car. Like who you gonna side
go
with?
to? Yeah.
And then you're giving intel. You're probably giving intel to the cartel, right? If you see some stuff going down that they could benefit from, I'm sure they're like more on their side.
Yeah, it's almost like they're building
Like
they're building up for a future favor potentially.
Yeah.
You know, or that person's just
Yeah.
going to be loyal to them because it's like the government doesn't do shit for me. I'm dead broke.
Yeah.
But this man just gave me a car.
Yeah, who you gonna side with?
Escobar did that too.
100%.
The whole town. I mean, they you see that his funeral was like, I don't want to say thousands.
And he
but
was in
it packed.
narco-terrorism killing people
Killing
in
mother-
Brazil, and like
he
they
built- did you see what
people
he
rolled
built?
out deep to see it.
Do you see that 30 for 30? The other Escobar.
Is that the one with like
the
going
two
over the
Escobars.
narco-terrorism and like the pipe bombs and like when they're
I don't
like he
know.
bought his way out of jail and all that? That was dude. He's got a cool story.
It was so there was a soccer player for Colombia with the last name Escobar. I think he missed a penalty kick and they freaking murdered him. I don't know who, but it might have been cartel related. It's called the two Escobars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's Pablo and it's this other
think
guy.
I did watch this.
And I think
Or
it was
they
that
showed the
30 for
story.
30 anyway. But anyway, Pablo built up the whole soccer program and then make a run in the World Cup, like not towards the final, but it's like they advanced.
And they snuffed him out when he missed.
No. Escobar's money came in, I think, after that guy was murdered. But anyway, he built up the soccer program. He's building stadiums everywhere.
Yeah.
So everybody in the town is like seeing all this growth, and their kids are able to play soccer on a nice field. Everybody's getting new equipment. So it's like who those families going to back then.
Pablo, bro.
They sided with Pablo. They got
You
the
can
game
see
figured
why they
out.
would do that though. That's the
Yeah.
same situation in Mexico, right?
Yeah, Chapo Jr.'s doing it. It's probably Senior did it.
A bowl smells
They
good.
also say that young Chop, or no, Big Chop, was just kind of a peace player. He wasn't even
There's
like
multiple
the main
people
man.
that are chops, right?
Yeah,
Like he
maybe
just
even
kind of
guys
took the
bigger
heat
than
and
him.
then like, or much bigger, yeah.
Well, then they talked about the dumbass Sean Penn doing that interview with him.
Which
That's
yeah,
what it was. The shirt that was from that interview is what,
that's
is
what
what
it was.
Conor McGregor wore. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
That's what it
But
was.
that's the thing too. Like, why did he agree to do that with Sean Penn? Just because he wanted to be like this bigger than life, you
I
know?
don't know, man. But then it led to his
Villain?
arrest. I think it led to his arrest.
It is weird when you sit in front of me because we look like the same like height.
Yeah, I know. We got a stagger going on, so
Yeah.
we look like we're of equal builds
Yeah.
and height.
I look a little leaner back here though, dude.
Yeah, it's a better angle for you,
Probably
for
the
sure.
black, dude. Black on black, everything.
Speaking of that hat, where'd you get that?
You like that?
What does that say?
That's embroidered. This is Anti-Frail.
Oh,
Ever
wow.
hear of it?
Nah, where'd you get
Let's
it?
get more on the street. I know this guy named Frank Donnelly. He's all right sometimes.
Yeah?
But he's got the hookup on this cool gear. Maybe an apparel company's got going on, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Buy a hat, get a sticker.
Seriously.
I try to give out something cool.
Yeah.
I gave out bracelets at one time.
That's
Now I give
nice.
a sticker. So I was looking at magnets yesterday. It's you gotta appreciate what people do for you, you know?
Got to give the people what they want, man.
Yeah, that's the gear. And the sticker.
Sticker, yeah.
And the gains.
Games.
Talking about our service industry. We make people jacked, bro. Jacked and strong. Give them advice. Bang. Coach them up.
Absolutely.
Chapo.
Goddamn right.
Goddamn right.
What about what
Got
else?
me handy with the steel.
You got to earn your keep. We got a few random stuff on there.
Oh, man.
You want to talk about a little dirty water? There's some stuff in the news right now, man. Forever Chemicals. You
I
ever heard
do
of
want
them?
to talk about that.
Did we talk about that
Can we
movie
talk about
the
one
other
thing with
week?
Pablo Escobar?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
go ahead. Keep it rolling, man.
So Pablo Escobar, the documentary I remember watching, I'm pretty sure what happened is like they basically needed to take him to jail.
yeah.
And they allowed him to build his own prison.
Yep.
That he was the only prisoner at, and still run drugs out of the prison.
And he
the
brought-
prison had a gold toilet too.
And they had soccer. They had soccer matches there. He would fly in international stars to play soccer matches.
At his prison, right?
Yes, yeah.
But then,
feel like
but then he
there's
got out
animals.
of prison the first time, or
Is there
maybe
a
that
zoo?
time. Remember, because he paid off the national debt.
I don't know.
What's cocaine like distribution now down there? Like, is it still big? Like, are they still shipping it out?
Yeah, but we talked about it too with the one. I think we had a police officer in here, and it's like, yeah, stuff is coming up through Mexico, but they're getting it from
It's not
somewhere.
all, yeah.
So
a lot of fentanyl being made down in Mexico now. They're trying to not ship it in from the Chinese. Amazon cut out the middleman, right? Walmart, good strategy. Like if they can make it their own, like that's probably better than having China make it,
For
them
profit,
paying for it, and then think about like shipping it back and forth.
You got quite the business mind.
And then, but it's kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that guy talks about, that same one in the Rogan, is that the transition of drugs in Mexico compared now that like decriminalization is happening in California and like whatever 12 states, and they're like selling marijuana legally, that they're saying less of the cartel's interest is in that now. So that's what's making the push for these harder drugs. So like producing their own fentanyl, making fake pills like what killed Mac Miller and all that stuff.
What do you mean fake pills?
So they're making pills. So like say you're an Oxycontin addict or oxycodone or whatever, but you run out of, or even you have a script and you buy them off the street. They're making identical pills that are actually have fentanyl in them, so you get the effect of being on that.
Like an opioid of some sort?
Yeah, but it's like the fentanyl and heroin. That's people are dying from these like fake pills, but they're like 100% manufactured, look like the pill, have the stamp on it, like all that stuff. And they're saying fentanyl's in a lot of other drugs too. It's not just a heroin thing, which I didn't know.
I don't know about that.
So like they're putting in like it's in meth, it's in other things like.
Shit, I forget what I was going with that. Oh, and then also, so you're talking about the diversifying of businesses, right? So they are getting involved in these other business ventures with the money they have.
Oh yeah,
and
legit businesses.
But then I also remember
Resorts.
I think this was from that author that was on that
Lithium.
Yeah, the lithium thing was weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So apparently there's lithium mines? Is that
So
the right terminology?
Yeah, so lithium is super important in like batteries. I think like cell phones, possibly electric cars. So the Chinese and the Americans have a big like invested interest in this, and they've just found that like Mexico. I don't know, just found. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put a date on it. But
Podcast.
yeah, but
Alternative facts.
But they have this very valuable resource that a lot of countries are going to be interested in, and the main source is Mexico.
I don't know what to make of it all.
Gold mine, new oil.
Gold mine and new oil at the same time.
Yeah.
Lithium.
But we'll see what happens. Pans out with that too, right?
Yeah.
But what are the other businesses you were talking about?
Human trafficking?
Legal stuff.
Yes, but how
'Cause he's
about
also
the other
talking
part
about-
when they it's like, hey, let's build a border wall and let's really get strict with the Mexican border. So then people would call these guys up that would traffic them into the states and traffic like illegally entering the country, not like kidnapping, that type of trafficking. It would be like, hey, we'll fly you to Mexico and you could just walk right in the country.
No, Canada.
Sorry, yeah, Canada. We'll fly you from Mexico to Canada and then you could just walk from Canada into America for $2,000. Like, well, here, give us $10,000. We'll fly you there and give you some food, whatever. That might cost $2,000. So these guys are making like 8 G's on just that.
Wow, right? So
Totally
did you see
nuts.
Narco Terrorism? There's like a show,
Narco.
But it's a new Narco.
On
It's
Netflix.
not the like one about Pablo Escobar.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
one with the Mexican dudes, right?
Yeah, did you watch it?
No.
They're him like shoving like the bricks in the back of the seat and talking.
Wow.
They go over like how they get around like drug dogs. They put like a pungent, like a chili powder or something on these drugs, double wrap it, but like drug dogs will get in there and like it'll be painful to their nose, so like they just bounce, and then like there's just multiple ways about how they're like combating, like how they're searching these cars for drugs. And how much money is in it for multiple levels. Like it's for the manufacturer, how much money he takes, the guy that actually even just packs the car, the guy that actually drives the car, and then how much is broken down at the next level and stuff in like Phoenix. It's pretty interesting too.
And they said that show appears pretty accurate to what is going on in real life.
I would assume.
Wait,
so.
is it actually using like El Chapo's name, or is it just based off of them?
I don't. So it's using people that they just blur out faces and have masks and stuff.
It's real people?
It's real people, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was that show, Narcos.
No, it's like
I didn't know that.
I think it's called Narco something.
Well, do you remember hearing?
Do you remember Drug Inc? I used to watch when I was
Drug
young.
Inc.
Like going over like multiple drug trades and that kind of stuff.
So it's kind of like that, though. Is that what you're saying?
I
don't know if I
I
remember
only
the
watched
show.
the first one honestly, but it was interesting.
That's great.
If anybody wants to go down the rabbit hole of that kind of stuff.
It seemed cool. The thing about
Internet.
like these the cartels say Mexico would hear like about a West Virginia meth lab getting raided and shut down, and they would somehow be able to like get word of that and like send their crew there and just pick up where that one left off and like distribute.
Yeah, next man up, right?
Yeah, but they would somehow like this small town saying like Ohio or West Virginia, something just gets busted. It's like they would somehow figure it out and just send somebody in there, and like maybe they were the suppliers initially, and that's how they got word. I don't know, but like it was just crazy. They would just take it over, you know.
You know what's really crazy is like the hierarchy of crime too. Like the people at the top don't really get their hands dirty anymore because they made it that far. Mm-hmm. So it's so much harder to pin anything on them because they're not actively like participating, but they're like the ones sitting back, like they're in charge of it all.
Yeah. It's probably has always been a little bit like that, though, don't you think?
Yeah, the internet just failed me. I thought it was gonna be able to find that way easier.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's always been like that. I think like
what's his
Frank
name
White.
Who was that? Which guy was that?
That was the Harlem Crack thing, right?
Frank White. What was he? Who was
Biggie
the
talks
guy?
about him.
Yeah, who was the guy though that was the Denzel movie?
Frank White. Denzel.
American Hustle Gangster.
Ooh, that was Frank White.
Was it?
I'm not sure. I only watched half of that. I think I passed out.
No, I was thinking about like those mob guys, like they called John Gotti, the Teflon Don.
Yeah.
Like, he was faced like 7 charges, and they could only get him for
Sweet name.
These RICO things. Which one, Gotti or Teflon Don?
Teflon Don.
Gotti's
George Young.
I don't know much about him. That's your boy, right, from Blow?
Blow.
That's your guy. That's not me, man.
85% of the cocaine coming in that was being abused by Americans, I believe, was coming in through that man. Through like the 70s and 80s or something crazy like that.
It's a pretty high number.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
What the hell was he making money-wise?
Ooh, I don't know.
Stacking cash.
Cheddar.
For sure.
Not Pablo Escobar money, though, because he was getting it from Pablo.
What,
I think he had like connections with that whole thing.
He wasn't like the Cocaine Cowboys guy, was he?
That's the other cartel, right?
I don't know.
You remember there's like a Cali cartel? Like there was a Cali cartel that took over when Pablo kind of went out, right?
Yeah, maybe.
But they were operating a very small scale kind of at the same time.
I gotta brush up.
We gotta brush up on this
cartel
stuff
shit
before we bring it up.
Why do I not know about
We're getting
this?
people chasing this.
How should I not know about this 1980 cartel stuff? So we got West Virginia meth labs. How about West Virginia?
Pill
Did
mills?
we talk about that movie? Dirty
yeah,
Water?
the pill mills.
No.
Oh.
The Dirty
From
Water.
Florida, though? You remember that? We talked about that, though.
Probably. We probably talk about drugs every episode.
Drugs.
Movie.
Drugs.
There's a new story I just saw today, USA Today. PFOA?
This
PFOC?
thing you're addicted to is what we're talking about? The Delmont, the chemicals in the water?
Oh, yeah.
DuPont boys.
I talked about this, right?
Yeah, last time.
Yeah.
But not the new thing. The new revelation or whatever you're about to tell me about. I don't know about. The news?
Fake
CNN?
news.
Fox?
That's USA Today. What is that, USA Today? Is that fake news? Or is that legit?
I have no clue, dude. I don't watch the news.
But yeah, me either. I just saw this article and I
Drives me
saw
nuts.
the PFOA or whatever it is.
I'm a little worried about. Are you worried about the whatever fake virus is happening right now to cover up the impeachment?
What's it covering up?
No, it's not fake.
Somebody created it.
That's kind of scary though that a virus could outbreak and like be murdering fools.
What is that called?
Coronavirus?
Oh yeah.
That's not how you pronounce it, I'm sure. But it looks like that, right?
Yeah. You also called Donald Corona, I think. So maybe you got that on your mind today, I think.
I used to like put in the lime in the Corona and then putting your thumb in and flipping it instead of watching it come up.
Yeah,
we used to get this for $1 a Corona at Shippensburg.
They used to have
Club Day Wibs. Shout out.
12-pack of Pounders for like $10. Bush
Corona?
Heavies?
Oh, Bush Heavy. Dude, I love that you call it Bush Heavy. I call Budweiser Bush Heavy.
Oh, yeah, no, it's Bud Heavy.
Bud Heavy. You used to be able to buy a case of 40s. It had to be like 12 40s, dude, for like $12.
Yeah.
Edward 40 hands it.
I have on the note here to talk about getting blacked out drunk because you were talking to a client this week about their son.
Getting wasted.
Yeah, trying to figure out if alcohol could actually, beer, sorry. If beer could get you blacked out.
Well, I just
you don't remember a concert.
In all my memories, like I don't think I've ever blacked out from drinking beer. I think I've blacked out a few times, but I've never done it from beer. I have blacked out at a concert.
Well, that Malcolm Gladwell.
I've browned out. You ever brown out? Coming in and out?
I think
it's probably more common than people think.
A brown out.
Yeah, so it's not a blackout where you don't remember anything, but say like there's a couple hours here and there, coming in and out.
Go to the bathroom in your pants, not that?
That is a brownout too, right?
I don't know. It sounds like
if it's brown, it's down. That makes no sense.
What was I gonna say? Like a .29 maybe is blackout territory.
Oh,
does that sound
easy.
About right? .20 maybe.
Yeah, .29 is hammered. Like you're probably definitely blacked out unless you have a huge tolerance.
That was in that Malcolm Gladwell book.
I would say around like.
We're talking about college kids. It might have been like a 1.8. Like yeah. That might have been. That might be more. That might be closer to the number. I was even going to say like a .18 or something.
Maybe
something like that. But anyway,
like high twos. Like you, if you're not don't have a tolerance, you like almost die from stuff like that, right?
Straight up liquor. Well, I told you what that
Some of these people
DUI
are
record
impressive,
was.
though.
Pennsylvania, some like 70-year-old woman had like a .4 something. She was just drinking
0.4?
like a bottle or a
A
handle
day?
every day for probably decades.
She must feel like shit in the morning coming down from that. After 8 hours of detoxing?
She gets right back on the train. There's no way she doesn't drink for 8 hours.
When she sleeps? What does she
Think she's gonna sleep for 8
Wait,
hours?
Someone's shoving it down her throat when she sleeps? Oh, hooked up to something.
No.
You remember like metal bands that used to say they used to put Jack Daniels right in their veins? Would that kill you, right?
Maybe. I mean, I remember hearing stories in college about enemas, beer enema, alcohol enemas.
Oh, yeah, and
Girls were
parachuted.
dying. Girls were dying in the streets of Delaware.
They used to put drugs up that way too, I think. Parachuted.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Same
Why?
thing, huh?
I guess the answer is, the question is, why would you?
It's harder, it
give
hits you harder,
yourself-
right?
Yeah, but like,
Butt chugging? That's in a movie. What do you remember with John Cena, your boy, wrestler?
yeah, my boy John Cena. Shout out
John
to him.
Cena.
Haven't
Now you
seen
see me,
him in
now you
ages.
don't.
Yeah, that's my boy. Speaking of wrestling, man, Jericho.
Where'd we come in? Oh, the concert. The kid blacking out.
Yeah.
Trouble. Have you ever blacked out without liquor?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if it's. I
You
never
gotta
really
be like
drank
30 beers
liquor.
deep, you might, right? Like if you had a whole 30 block you drank yourself, or that,
Maybe like-
that 12 pack of the Bush Heavy, we'll call it now. Bush Heavy?
I don't know. I think it's possible.
You can
right?
definitely do it
Probably
now,
happened.
actually, with the higher octane beers. If you're drinking like barley wines and like 12%ers,
Some of those
9%,
wines?
double IPAs, 9,
The
10%.
wine's coming in at like what?
What if you start bonging beers?
10%, 13%, maybe.
Wine, you would,
Wine's
yeah,
double digit. I think that would get you.
Wine will
blacked
get
out.
you for sure. But you got to look at like shotgunning beers. You got to look at beer bongs, like things where you can get more alcohol like faster.
Shotgunning and beer bong.
Well, because all that alcohol,
I know, it
like
hits
if
you.
you're sipping on it, beer, it's gonna be harder to do that. Or like a 3% beer,
Yeah.
like Miller, it's probably not 3.5 or whatever. Miller Lite, Coors
I mean,
Light.
that dude didn't even remember the
Like
concert,
most
right?
Triple X was 7.3. No,
It
none
was
of
that
it.
bad. That's
like beforehand.
crazy.
You know what's crazy? Your body can function like that. Like you're in there mingling with people, like you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, that's what. So Malcolm Gladwell's book, it talks about stuff like this, where it's like, he brought up some college sex abuse cases that have happened, where it's like you're not even the same person. So imagine if you're that blacked out person, you could approach a girl, say, or the other way around. It doesn't have to be, you know, boy
Or a girl,
being-
approach a girl, boy.
Yeah, and
or
the
a
guy,
girl,
the guy wouldn't
boy
even
on boy.
remember it because
Could be
his
anything.
memory's so fucked up. Like you could tell me no 100 times, and I won't remember that shit
Yeah.
because I'm fucking blacked out. But you could still be like operating somewhat normal, where like the other person might just be like, "This guy's a fucking
I like
whatever."
these hard F bombs.
Yeah,
No, but it's
yeah,
it's
but
crazy.
it's crazy. And then it's like something could happen,
But
and that
you-
person won't even remember it the next
think
day.
about this.
and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
And your blood alcohol could be lower. You could be abusing like benzodiazepines and like other drugs. Like you could have one beer, eat a bunch of Xanax. You're not gonna remember shit.
No,
Because the DUI, like some of those DUI, like people like wreck their cars, don't remember anything.
that's crazy. That's common.
Eat a couple Xanax bars and you're done.
What exactly is a Xanax bar?
So I think Xanax bars were like so like instead of like a one pill, it's like a multi-dose, so you can like break it into pieces like as you need it.
Do you eat it? It's like a bar?
Medically,
No, like a
they
bar.
want you to swallow the pill.
No,
People
but-
abuse them.
No, is it like food, like a weed brownie? Can you make a Xanax?
Like a bar of chocolate, you know, it's broken up into pieces, so it's like a long, skinny bar, and then it has lines, like where you can break it up. You know,
Glad I
like
s- I'm glad I didn't do that ever.
yeah.
Sounds
Bad
fucking
news bears.
miserable. Yeah, let's get off the drug topic, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably too much drug
What do we
talk.
talk about today? Oh, SAT scores. How about this?
The boy-girl thing.
What's up with it, man? So,
This blew my mind, guys. Strap it up.
13 and 14-year-olds that were like part of this one program to try to find like advanced or good, better students, whatever. So they run them through this test. I forget what the program was called anyway, SATs. So if it was 500, my numbers were a little high, a little exaggerated. I was a little bit wrong.
You looked it up since?
I did. So 500,
how you know
if you
it's
scored
real.
a 500, yeah, but I still don't remember them exactly. 500 or above on the SAT. Boys, the ratio from boy to girl that scored that high were 2 to 1. For 600 and above, it was 4 to 1. And I think 700 and above was like 13 to 1, boy to girl. So in math. So there was no difference in verbal. They found no sex differences.
Just in math?
Just in math.
I didn't even catch that part of it.
Me
That's even
either.
crazier.
I forgot about it. So when I looked it up, fact checking, you might know what that's.
Are these biological differences then?
Yeah, but Japan has a 4 to 1 difference with 700 and above.
Oh no, it's
so
an
in Japan,
educational thing.
possibly cultural, possible educational, possible who knows what. But something is definitely different. Or Japan could just be an outlier too, where like
like that cholesterol study.
Yeah.
Where you just pick the ones that count for the thing.
You know what else is crazy
Don't
about
trust
this book
anybody.
too? Is that in utero.
Whew. Let's go.
So we're talking nature nurture a little
Bang.
bit. So with that thing, is there biological differences in boys and girls?
Amen.
So is a boy, he might be better at mathematics, whereas a girl might be better at something else. On the SAT score, verbal part was identical. They found no variance, just with mathematics difference. I also was reading that in utero, so a woman is pregnant, if something gets inhibited during this pregnancy, knocked up, you might know it as.
Knocked up.
Somebody's pregnant.
Bun in the oven.
If something gets inhibited on one side of the brain, some wires or whatever, like on the parallel, I think in the other hemisphere, parallel to that in the right hemisphere, say something's inhibited in the right, the thing in the left hemisphere would get more developed. So they're talking about things like left-handedness and different other things with like math, art, yada yada yada. It's like if one side of the
like different
hemisphere,
sides of the brain.
Yeah, different sides of the brain.
Like creativity and artistic versus systematic,
and they somehow
analytic and numbers.
They were talking about testosterone and stuff too, and there's certain things. I don't think testosterone inhibited stuff, but it may have. It might have inhibited one part of it that led to more left-handedness, or led to more, which also led to more dyslexia. If one area was inhibited.
What's the gradient at younger ages between estrogen and testosterone development?
Not sure, man.
Not
need
as
a fucking
high as like
scientist.
puberty and stuff, though.
You know any scientists? You come here and talk about this?
Science? Not cool ones.
Yeah, they're out there somewhere.
Probably in here like, never mind.
I'm gonna make fun of science people. Anyway, this
I
whole
love
nature.
science. I'm a science
Ever
guy.
since I read
Dinosaurs. Bang.
that. Fate. I don't think they. Never mind.
So
we got. When we're
based
talking,
on a developmental thing.
so you want to hear the rabbit hole? This started with the sports.
But is this
gene.
like blood flow? Is this like what's causing it on the
Could
other
be
side?
diet. It
Okay,
could be
so nutritional
something
stuff.
with the mother.
So like
stress.
deficiency in
Stress.
micronutrients, stress, cortisol.
What? No, yeah. So stress, diet, lack
John.
of sleep, all of this stuff could cause some of that shit. But it could end up
But that's
being a
everywhere,
positive
right?
in
Oh.
utero. It could end up
So
being a
if it's-
positive for that child, and they become a tremendous artist or a
Yeah.
tremendous musician.
Okay.
So it's not always going to be negative. It's just
Yeah.
going to be.
I was gonna say we're all probably like that to an extent then.
Yeah.
Like, because you got to
Somehow-
think if it's such a minute variable like a stress, like what mother or what isn't stressed.
So it's like that baby is born because so it is a genetic thing too, but that mother could have two children, face stressful situation with one pregnancy and not the other, and like those two kids could end up being like totally different. So you know those parents that are always like, they're twins, same mom, same dad. They're not alike at all. You know that? You know that story?
Yeah, I do.
One's like a freaking maniac, and the other one is like reading books in the corner, just being all laid back.
Yeah.
Same genetics. You're like, yeah, I know. But anyway, so it's like, it's all these little factors, man. I'm like,
Think about if it was
I'm
like
getting deep.
caused by like if there's two babies in a placenta, they're in the same placenta, right? Oh, that's the difference between fraternal and paternal? No, fraternal and identical.
I'm gonna let you sort this one out on your own here, because I'm not
But I'm
sure.
saying, what if it's like based on the actual volume of space? You know how like fish grow, like to the size of their bowl?
Yeah.
Like, what if it, like certain organs are like depending on like how the babies are in there? If that leads to like developmental things too.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear those stories about the one
Koi
twin
fish. They don't make
eating
sense.
the other?
Wait, what?
I think-
The twin.
Yeah, the twin thing.
Oh, like when you, when they're like, there could be one on like one's arm too. It's the same thing, right? Like one starts consuming one,
I think so. I
and
think
sometimes
one-
they have surgery to split them up.
Yeah, I think one twin could literally consume.
This
the
is
other
South Park with like a thing like that.
South Park's got the answers, for sure. There's no denying it.
There's
I'm
definitely
in
a
deep,
scientific
though,
term
Frank.
for that.
I'm in deep with this developmental stuff.
Developmental.
This nature nurture. There's no answer for it, but I'm in deep. I'm intrigued.
Why are you so intrigued by it though? If you know it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like it's a salt and pepper, bro.
I
It's
knew
not
that
salt
2
or
years
pepper.
ago, but now I know more. Like I knew that I'll never find the answer for nature nurture ever, but all of this stuff is super interesting to me. And then because it goes
genetics
to,
guy,
hey, phase 2,
Punnett Square.
I'll sell my business. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo, so if you're XXY,
Ah, fuck.
you have
not this.
3 sexes.
No, go ahead.
But okay, so So I don't know why we're talking about this stuff when I haven't learned about. So like certain disorders, like Down syndrome is like a chromosomal thing, right? So I just talked about this
I
kid.
think it's an extra chromosome, we'll say.
Extra chromosomes, 27 to 26. But when it's the sex hormones, it's different than that.
I don't know.
I don't
For
know
sure.
either.
Should
I
we
don't know
make
what I'm
some?
talking about.
Should we make
Just
some
make
up?
a note. Just make a note quick. We'll get next time.
What do
We're
we
gonna start putting down stuff
What do we
that we need to talk
fucking?
about next time.
So, all right. So what is it? What do we need to find out?
Sex chromosome disorders. Write that down.
You got it.
All right.
Anything else? Anything else you'd like me to write down?
Chiefs or
Oh, chromosome. Go ahead. Answer.
Chromosomal disorders.
Ask the question.
Chiefs or Niners?
Who do I want to win or who do I think will win?
Both.
I think people are on the Chiefs bandwagon, so what does that mean? Fucking Niners are hot. They're tearing people up.
And their defense is nice.
They are. Why would you bet against that team? Because Mahomes could
Patrick
hang.
Mahomes.
Because Mahomes could hang 30 in
a half,
4
quarter.
minutes. So,
Have you seen it?
Andy Reid.
Ooh.
Andy,
Choker artist.
8 years ago, I told people you're one of the best coaches ever.
Is that
I
when
got
the Eagles
mocked.
lost the Super Bowl?
I don't know. But he was always, this was like 5 years. No, I was coaching football. Let's say this was 6+ years ago.
So he's with the Chiefs already?
No, this was Eagles era, I bet.
He's been with the Chiefs at least
Or
6
when
years, hasn't he?
when the Eagles sucked, say that last year, they might have been like 4-12,
Okay.
and then he left.
Yeah.
So like maybe that year, I'm like, yeah, he's one of the top 10 coaches. People are like, you're stupid. And I'm like, well, he was top 10 in wins, top 5 in this, and playoff appearance, whatever. And I'm like,
Top
he's a
5
good
in
coach.
passes
But we
called.
always talk about this, right? You're always like, well, hey, you know what?
Does he got a ring?
Doesn't win the championship, doesn't matter.
Doesn't make it happen when it matters.
I'll take Trent Dilfer
I'll take
over Dan Marino because he won a ring. He said, get that out of here with that shit.
Bill
Anyway,
Belichick. Who you call the greatest of all time? Coach?
what
Bill
is their, I
Belichick?
couldn't think of their scandal. What was it called?
Deflategate?
Deflategate?
That's
Is that
one
what
of them.
we're talking
There's
about?
multiple.
No, so who do I think is going to win? This is a stupid question because I don't have a goddamn clue.
Well, I thought the Ravens were going to win, so I have no
I want
clue
the
either.
Chiefs to win.
That's why it's an opinion.
I want the Chiefs to win.
Okay. For Andy Reid, because you're a Andy Reid horker.
I hope he
Love
retires. Andy, take care of
What?
yourself. He needs to give it up, man. You see his body? He doesn't take care of himself.
Was that
man.
cheeseburger thing real?
Oh,
Did he
Jesus.
really hold up a cheeseburger?
I don't know. Probably.
I never know if these memes are like
Dude, Andy Reid's
digitally
kid is a
changed.
freaking linebacker coach on that team.
Really?
Yeah.
And then his one kid's dead? He only had 2 kids?
Yeah, there's one died freaking at Lehigh.
I know, I remember that.
Right up the road. So Andy Reid is awesome because his coaching staff is always littered with, or it's just filled with ex-players. Like
Yeah.
guys that I remember from going to like Eagles camp.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still has them, but there was guys like Eugene Chung, a lineman. He's on the staff.
that so he
Todd
could keep the
Pinkston,
system rolling
like all this
hard?
other stuff. I don't know. Doug Peterson when he had him. Nagy, the Bears
Doug
coach.
Peterson was his guy? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know where Doug Peterson came from.
Yeah, because Doug Peterson brought him in when they had McNabb. Reid coached Peterson with the Packers. And then Reid got the head coaching job. He drafts McNabb that first year and brought Peterson over to start because Peterson was Favre's backup.
Dude, you're just dropping knowledge bombs.
Guys like Todd Pinkston. No, Greg Lewis maybe. Special teams guy is always with him.
Greg Lewis, he was a burner.
Little slot guy. But anyway, I don't even know if
Fast,
Greg
though,
Lewis
right?
is on the staff. I
Fast.
thought it was him. Who else? Running back Eric Bieniemy. He didn't play for Andy Reid, but he's a former player. Eric sleeping with Bieniemy. Chris Berman. Where's he at?
Chris
Is he still on
Berman.
TV? That
I
was
hope
his
so.
nickname. Eric sleeping with Bieniemy for him. Remember Andre Bad Moon Rising? Remember
No.
those nicknames Berman used to give people?
I do. I don't remember that one specifically.
1996
Berman was
Super
nice.
Bowl.
Berman was
Brett
nice.
Favre. I think it was 96 against the Patriots.
when they won?
Andre Bad Moon Rising. He had the big pass. He had the big catch, like a 75, 80 yarder right off the bat. My boy Chunko threw up that night.
Ben Chunko?
Nah, his cousin Shane was over at their place. Why do I remember this Super Bowl? No clue. Those are 2 facts I remember. Favorite Super
that
Bowl
the-
moment ever. What
ever?
was it? Give me 2. Because I got 2 in mind, so I'm asking for 2 out of you.
Man, dude.
8th grade was one for me.
2003 for some reason.
What?
Straight debacle of
What the hell
Rich
happened in
Gannon.
03?
Rich Gannon was an MVP, just slinging touchdowns left and right.
Wait, was that the interception
And then-
game?
Yeah,
Dexter
he threw
Jackson?
4. Dexter Jackson got 2. He was the
thought
Super
he
Bowl
got
MVP.
3.
We're talking about Simeon Rice coming off the outside. We're talking about Warren Sapp, who I really appreciated. Derek Brooks, Hall of Fame linebacker,
Rondé
just
Barber?
killing people.
John Lynch?
Just killing people. John Lynch. Mike Allstott, bro. Bring in the hammer.
Warwick Dunn?
But they just devastated him, dude. I loved it. Because the talk was like, oh, no, Rich
Shout
Gannon
out
just
to
slinging
Tampa
them.
2, Monty Kiffin.
Let's
Tony
talk about
Dungy.
defense, bro. Defense wins championships. I should go with Niners.
talk about the three
Niners
technique?
calling it right now.
Just changed my mind.
Niners.
I could totally
I
see
just
them winning.
enjoy
because
Patrick Mahomes
I didn't think the
playing.
Niners were
I
going to
like
beat all
watching
these teams, and they just been freaking beating all the
Especially
top.
'cause they were
they're beating
stumbling
the
at
hot
the end of the
teams.
season.
They're beating the hot teams, man.
And not just beating them, aren't they whooping that ass?
They're doing good. They're getting after it. No, that's like one moment. That's one team that you liked. I need another moment. I need like. I got
moment
two
that
plays.
changed?
I got 2 plays in mind, maybe 3 actually now.
Did you watch the Hernandez thing yet?
I got 4 plays in mind. The best Super Bowl.
Okay. So, Joe Montana throwing.
Could we talk about
Touchdown
ones that
pass.
you were actually
Alive.
now you were alive, I think, but there's no way. Terry Bradshaw, immaculate reception, 1970.
Let me think here. Larry Fitzgerald.
That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's the best. And the other one was the Rams Titans. Kevin Dyson getting tackled on the 1.5 yard line.
Yeah, that was
You know
crazy.
who got him? Mike Jones.
Mike-
Who? Yeah, Mike Jones
Mike
wrapped him
Jones.
up. Remember that rapper?
How
You
about
remem-
when they
wait, do
didn't
you
run the
remember the
ball with
rapper?
what's his nuts? That interception was crazy
Let's
too.
debate it. I'll talk about that all day, every day.
So you're thinking, from probability standpoint, it was
3
good not
plays.
to give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. He has the most touchdowns in postseason history now? He just plugged in as like 12 for the Seahawks.
No clue.
It's got to be high there. He's got to be on that list. Did you ever see the video of him in high school? He's like, my line is so good, I want to take them all to Sizzler. It's one of the best clips I've ever seen, dude.
Oh, this is funny though.
This is awesome.
Hold on, I got to tell you my favorite Super Bowl, and then I'm going to tell you something about Nate Diaz, the fighter.
Okay.
So that Super Bowl, I believe, Larry Fitzgerald, 65 yarder, caught like a slant, takes off.
Yep.
Cardinals get the lead before the half. First, James Harrison rumbling 99
Yep.
yards. That play was incredible. Then they
miss
hit
him.
Fitzy for the lead in like the 3rd or 4th quarter, and then Roethlisberger throws that one to Santonio Holmes in the back corner and he
Yeah.
flipped his feet. Those are like
That was crazy.
That was the best. That was one of the best Super Bowls that I remember.
What
but
about
then,
the Giants, though, those catches?
That
to
was
beat the
great, too,
Patriots.
but for some
like
reason-
behind the head? That was crazy.
Shout out to David Tyree.
How about that? How about those defenses, though? And the Ravens' defenses?
Well, that was that
Defense was
first year.
championship.
that,
Niners, lock it in.
That was that first year. Fucking cursing again. Spagnolo, I think, brought in Tuck. He had Tuck. He had Osi Umenyiora, and he had. Didn't he have Pierre-Paul then or no?
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
think it
that
was his first year.
defensive end, he bumped
when he was
like
a beast, didn't blow his hand off yet,
They
didn't
were-
have the back injuries. He could do like 17 flips in a row.
they were bumping. They bumped the D ends down to the D tackle, and everybody was like, "Whoa, how simple is that?" And then nobody
Figures
people
it out all
felt like,
season.
"This guy's a genius. He's putting a defensive end at defensive tackle."
Does it ever make you wonder how
And
these
literally,
guys, though,
that thought process was probably like, "Let's get
how
our
is there
4
ever
best
a new thing? Like, how is that ever new? Like, you would think with all these years of, like, people trying to be the best and winning and developing systems, like, you would think at some point everything's been done before.
Yeah, but I also
But
think
it's
some
evolution of
stuff
the
is like
game
an
and
ego
players
thing
and
where it's
personnel,
like,
too.
hey, we
This got to
can't,
work. I'm going to run it down his mouth.
We
They're going to
can't
stack
put-
the box. Watch this.
we can't put 4 DNs on the field, man. Nah, we need a big D tackle.
Why
It's like-
9?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say why not. I was gonna say exactly why not.
Why not?
Anyway, Christian, man, my boy, that was just out
Just
with.
drove by?
No, he told me about Nate Diaz quote. They were like, "Hey, Nate, how'd you get prepared for this fight?" He's like, "Yeah, I was training with Nick for a while." And then the guy's like, "Oh, cool. Like, what were you and Nick doing?" His brother. He's like, "Yeah, basically, it was like, hey, man, don't be a bitch. Beat this motherfucker's ass." The guy interviewing him was like, okay. they were like, "Tell me about your training camp," and that's what he answered, something along those lines. And I was like, "All right, man, that's genius. That's coaching right there, bro."
You remember when your boss got fined?
Yeah, that was great too, man.
He's like, how you got paid this fine? Where Moss is like, looks at him like, all serious, straight cash, homie.
And he drove off. He was in his car, I think, at the time. He was trying to avoid. That was that one.
That was awesome.
Wait, was that the year that he? What was that one year where?
Is there a video of that?
Where he pretended he pulled his pants down when they
Oh, to
beat
move
him?
the Packers?
Yeah, that was Vikings pack, right? Playoffs. Oh,
How about
best
T.O.'s
moment.
crap, dude?
Another great moment
Pulling them
was.
Sharpie out.
I'm
Oh,
some
what
rich
about
this
him on the
story.
star?
No, I'm thinking.
Got smoked.
Matt Hasselbeck. It's Seahawks Packers. They go to overtime. Seahawks win the toss. Matt, what do you want? I want the ball and we're gonna score. I think his very first play, very first pass, Al Harris, ex-Eagle.
Touchy.
Boom. Pick 6. Touchdown. Shut his ass up. That was Al Harris was one of my favorite
I
Eagles
never
back
liked
in the day.
Hasselbeck.
No, he was solid though. He was just playing a couple years ago.
Were there 3 cars that were in the Super Bowl? Or, I mean, in the NFL? David Carr, Derek Carr. Was there
I
another
don't
one?
remember a third, no. I just remember those two. There's maybe a
Super
D-back
Bowls.
that's
It's hard
not
to even
related.
think about Super Bowls.
Brandon Carr.
I wish Barry Sanders was on a better team.
That Eagles Super Bowl was good though
Walter
too.
Payton?
They made a run. Remember T.O. came back?
What year would that be? I'd be like
I was
4.
a freshman
Was
in
that year
college.
four?
I think. Wait,
What?
which one? Sorry, which one? I was talking T.O. Super
With
Bowl.
the famous like Bears team.
I'd say 85 Bears, but I think it was
85.
86 year. Like I think the
86
year
Super Bowl
switched
year.
to yeah.
So that'd be like 2.
Jimmy McMahon,
He's had a lot of health problems, man.
CTE, man.
Yeah. Medical marijuana advocate.
Get your mind right. That's it.
Yeah, how about the fridge?
How about
Yo,
it?
how about the biggest player in NFL history to catch a touchdown to catch for the Titans? He's like 353
Who was
pounds.
that? Yeah,
I
who
don't
was
even know
that
his
dude?
name.
Big D tackle?
But that's impressive, right?
Did he get catch a football?
No, just like,
There's like a bunch of.
how did that never happen?
My
Like Vince
daughter-
Wilfork?
I mean, my daughter.
Don't throw him out there?
What is she? Almost 2. She could catch a ball.
Who's the DN? They used to do it with J.J. Watt.
Yeah. No.
Was he a tight end in college? High school.
What?
What?
Yeah, probably. He's
Nebraska?
Just a beast. He's a beast.
Dude, one of the best of all time.
Yo, we got to sign
TJ
off.
coming in.
I got to go to a massage in 18
Coming in
minutes.
hot.
I got to get
Coming
the hell
in
out of
hot.
here. Game
Massage?
over. Podcast episode 40. I'm going for a 2-hour
Wes?
massage. Healing Hands, Bethlehem.
Not Wes Marker.
Now I had a gift card. Wes Morris is his name.
Wes Morris.
Wes,
Shout out.
I talked to you this week.
Why don't we do a
Let's
three-way
get you back
podcast?
on, bro. We'll go down there. You want to go? We'll go down
Okay.
to the spot if he gets back to me.
All right.
Pressure's on, brother.
Yo, it's up
Peace,
to you.
guys. Have a great day.